Yes, today is National Small Business Development Day. So we just wanted to jump on and just encourage those of you that may be currently setting up or what we call startups, starting your small business. You're in the process of putting your business model together, you're structuring, hopefully, profitable and viable, sustainable business model. What we just want to ask the question. We always ask questions, but we want to ask questions that will provoke you and just not only getting the right information that you need, that hopefully it will align with your mission, the purpose that you have for doing what you do. This is Why Wednesday after all. So you need to not only know your why you're doing it, embracing your vision, your mission, hopefully your divine purpose, but you want to have the right information. You want to be going about it strategically. You want to just know your industry. You want to know your industry. So we encourage you, if you are in the process of doing some type of development towards your small business, you want to be strategic about it and just really know your industry. It's always good to do research. You definitely need to research your market. You need to get a feel of what the individuals in your particular field, the people that you are wanting to just have them gravitate to your platform, your service, your product. You want to know what their needs are. You want to know what problems they need solved, so you can be productive and effective and provide what they need. So you definitely need to research the individual first. Research your industry to see if there is a market for what you provide. You need to know who your target audience is, or your avatar. You need to know who the individuals are that need what you have. You need to know what their problems are. You need to know the solution and provide the solution. Granted, you may feel like, oh, it's so saturated, the industry is saturated, but guess what? No one can create your platform like you can. No one has the passion for it like you do. You can differentiate yourself, even though you may feel like, again, the market is so saturated, meaning that there's so many businesses out there doing something similar that you do, but they can't do it like you, right? Okay, Roz will tell you, can nobody be Jacksonville's best caregivers like she can. No one can care for individuals like she does and her staff. We all are unique, so we can find different ways to differentiate ourselves. But going back to individuals that may possibly you're in the process, you have this idea, you've been putting your business plan together, you've been doing different things, but we are excited to announce that we have our book. Roz knows, she know the deal. She know this. It has not been easy, because her book is about to come out, and she can tell you this was not an easy task. For some reason, we've been getting pushed back on my poor book. So we're finally able to just put it on out there. We're in the process of doing the phase 2 to this, but it's from entrepreneur to entrepreneur, mindset shift blueprint to your divine purpose. And we have, some principles you need to think about once you're pursuing. First of all, you got to know your why. This is Why Wednesday. We tell you, you need to know why you're doing what you do. You need to make sure that hopefully it's aligning with your purpose, your divine purpose. Not just purpose, but your divine purpose. If you're in alignment with that, we try to get your mindset to shift into the thing that you were called to do. And once you establish that, there's some principles that you need to consider in starting a business, starting a platform. When you write a book, Vanessa Collins will tell you that's a business. You are starting a business, so you can just springboard. You definitely need to check out Vanessa Collins LLC. They have all they have all kind of different workshops and just all kind of information that will help you treat your book like a business. But going back to the book, we just have some principles in here. Again, we talk about the mindset shift and shifting and embracing your divine purpose. We have some basic principles you need to think about when you're approaching, starting a business, preparing. We do not suggest that you quit your day job right away. Hey there, that is my Nicanoo. I know she said, Aunt Jackie, don't talk like that. I am a grown woman, okay? But you'll always be my Nicanoo. Hey, honey. Thank you for joining. Shaniqua Anderson. Awesome young lady. You need to watch out for her because we're going to keep encouraging her to put herself out there. She has a lot to offer. So, if you are definitely considering, starting a business, there's things you need to put in place while you're on that job. Just as one of my mentors, Regina Robinson, will tell you, you have to treat that job as something that's going to help you, as a dream. Oh, wow. My mind went blank, but pretty much she tell us, treat your job as something that is helping you dream funder. Whew. Okay. We're all excited, but she tell us, you treat your job as a dream funder. It's just a dream funder. So we're not saying quit your job today or quit your job tomorrow, but there are things that you can do to prepare. You must prepare, because entrepreneurship, like we tell you, it's not for the faint of heart. So there's some things that you can put in place, principles that you need to embrace, and you can get it done. But since it's National Small Business Development Day, there's things that you need to develop in your business. What are you doing to not only find out what's in your industry, familiarize yourself, establish yourself as an expert, an influencer? You could be a creative, whatever the situation is, you want to know what you're doing, be relevant. So, but there's things that you definitely need to develop in your business. As we stated before, you want it to be not only a viable business model, but you want it to be profitable, and you definitely want it to be sustainable. So there's things that you need to put in place. So we are just going to read just a few things you need to consider while you're preparing to go forth and get your startup started. But also, if you're an existing business, you want to make sure these things are rock solid in your business. So as we stated about the business model, develop a sound business model. Don't just think, oh, this is my dream, but you don't understand, this is my dream. The movie, you build it and they will come, build it and they will come. Well, first of all, if you know your why and you're aligning with the vision that God has for your life, the purpose he has for your life, and you follow instructions, you get some help, yeah, you build it and they will come. But you need to have your things in place. You need to have things in place. So develop a sound business model. Next one is research your market. You need to research your market, like we stated earlier. You got to know what your industry is doing, what's relevant. Because you don't want to talk about something that used to be, at the top or relevant that they did 10 years ago. Technology has changed. We have different just viewpoints on the various generations. You have to keep up with the time. You have to keep up with the time. So you want to definitely research your market. Determine your target audience. You don't want to just, you can say, well, what I have, it'll benefit everyone. Well, that may be true, but everyone may not see the need for what you have. Everyone is not going to feel like it resonates with them, but there are a remnant. There are specific people that definitely need what you have. So you don't want to spin your wheels getting in front of individuals that really, they don't see the relevance. Maybe they might come around at some point, but you definitely want to focus and hone in on the individuals that really need what you have. So know your target audience, or, know your avatar. Conduct a SWOT. So those of us that know what SWOT is, those of us that do not know, is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So you can just determine what the strengths of your business are. You need to know the strengths of your competitor as well. You need to know your weaknesses and the weaknesses of your competitors. You need to know the opportunities that you provide. Yes, how can you differentiate yourself from your competitors? You need to know the opportunities they provide as well, because if you know the opportunities they have, there may be a weak point in it that you can strengthen, and you can develop your own. You can put your own spin on it, and you can drive traffic to your organization. You can drive those individuals that need what you have. And then the threats. What are the threats from your competitors? You need to know what they're doing better than you, so you can develop that, develop your business model to handle that particular segment of business, and hopefully drive people to your organization. And then you want to just bring out the threats that you provide for your competitors, because you want to stay on top of that, and you could possibly build and expand on that. So you need to know all these things. And then we suggest, not only far as business, developing that in business, you need to also do a personal SWOT. Okay, so, but we're not going to get out of the way. You can get the book. Do that personal SWOT. So there's some things that we need to work out in us, things that aren't beneficial to our purpose. And then there's some strengths that we need to enhance. So just keep that in mind. And then next, create a marketing strategy. Not saying that you should, these are in proper order. These are just things that you need to consider. Excuse me. Create a marketing strategy. You definitely want to create some type of marketing strategy, because you need to build your audience, like we talked about, having that target audience, and you need to gain some type of relationship. You know, we tend to mix marketing and sales and making that the same thing. No. Yes, we want to let people know, hey, I have my business here. I have this product. I have this service. Buy from me. Yes. But you want to establish yourself as, you know, your particular organization, your platform, letting people know who you are. Yes, you know, you can tell them what you do, of course, but you want to provide value. You want to provide value. You need to show individuals that, yes, you have this problem. Yes, we can solve it. We genuinely care, but we have information that could help you. We have information that is beneficial to you. So you have to have some type of marketing strategy in place. And again, you don't want to spin your wheels. You don't want to spin your wheels just doing this, doing that, spending all this money and spending all this time, because time is definitely a precious commodity. That's something that we cannot get back. So if you have a great strategy, definitely you will benefit from that. Create a business plan. Yes, some people may say, oh Lord, that is just too time consuming. Can't I just write a few things out on a piece of paper and say, yep, I'm in business? No, not only does a business strategy assist you when you're trying to get a business loan or what have you, get established financially, but it helps you as well. Not only does it help maybe someone that wants to invest in your company or organization that's going to give you a loan or assist you, in your business, they need to know what plan you mapped out, but it's for you as well. It helps you gauge where you're going. You can check the milestones that you've reached, different things that you may need to tweak. We don't just write a business plan once and think that's it. I don't need to do that. It's to help you. It's also an accountability piece, and it helps you track where you are in your business, where you need to go, because you can always refer to your business plan. So you definitely need a business plan. Acquire licensures, registrations with the Secretary of State in your state. So if you currently are a new startup, or you're in the process of putting your business together, you definitely got to have that. That could have been at the top, but again, we didn't have these in sequential order. These are just, things to consider when starting your business. So you need to be legal. You got to be legal. And there's something that we provide in phase 2 that you are going to love. If you haven't got to that point, we are super duper excited that we are going to provide that, but you got to get the book. You got to get the book. And then also, again, you want to be legal. You don't want to do anything outside of the law. So you definitely have to figure out what licenses, if at all necessary, that your industry requires, that your local government requires. You want to be in compliance with all that. And then, speaking of compliance, you want to research industry compliance requirements of your local government. So that goes hand in hand. Not only do you want to have licensures, but you want to make sure that you're in compliance with the rules and regulations set by your state and your industry. Acquire liability insurance bonding if required by your industry. So you definitely need to be bonded. Raj, you can tell us. You can tell us that's a must. Oh, I see. Okay, Cheryl, thank you so much for Inspire. Oh Lord, Cheryl, Inspire to Health. Yes. Okay, I had to think. Inspire to Health. Thank you so much for joining us. She is a licensed massage therapist doing some major things in Texas. We so appreciate you for jumping on, and it's National Small Business Development Day. So we know both you ladies, Roz and Cheryl, you're in the health industry. We know you are keeping up on your development. You have to, it's a must. So we encourage you to keep going. And then develop a strong team. So these ladies can tell you. Sister Braxton, if you're still on here, we know you know what being in the military, you know what it is to have, and thank you for your service, by the way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what it means to have a strong team. So ladies, you know what it is to have a strong team. So that's something that at some point in your business, you have to develop, a team, and you definitely want to have some personal development in place for your team. So not only development for your organization, but you want to have development for your team. So you definitely need to think about those things. Even if you're just starting off and it's just you, but at some point you need to develop in your business model what your team looks like, what your team's going to need to look like, what benefits will you provide for them as well. And then also, now this is major. This is major. It's no joke. Find advisors who can guide you in the process. That is a lawyer, accountant, a business consultant, someone that is in your industry. You can have advisors on your board if you choose to do a corporation or incorporation or what have you, C Corp, S Corp. So there's so many different levels of business. But you definitely want to have advisors in place that could give you some insight, provide wisdom that you can consult with, and so forth and so on. So we can go on and on, but I think that's all we're going to do today. But again, those are some things that we touch on, we just encourage you to do. And that's our book, From Entrepreneur to Entrepreneur, Mindset Shift Blueprint to Your Divine Purpose. And it's available on Amazon. And we are going to be launching it prayerfully along with phase 2. And we are super duper excited. So we just want to encourage you to determine if you're currently in business, what are you doing to develop, things in your business? Do you need to restructure your business model? Or if you're currently a startup and you're in the process of putting your business model together, make sure you have just key components, of your business, some of the things that we shared, and you have the right information so you can develop the right way. And we just applaud you for being in business because, small businesses make up this economy. So we applaud you, and we just encourage you just to keep moving forward and be the best that you can be. Speaking of that, if you feel that there's some first quarter goals that you wanted to do, we have our project implementation boot camp going on now. It's not too late to join. Go to bit.ly/fight 2019. So if you are working on some things and you just want to get in a space that you know that you can get it done, and you are going to just block out some time, just join us. You can find out more about it. But the main purpose for getting on this broadcast is just to encourage you, just to keep your small business in mind. Just do what you need to do to make a solid, viable, profitable, and sustainable business. So we love you. We encourage you. And remember, you can do that thing that God has specifically designed you to do. Only you can do it, Cheryl. Only you can do it, Toya. Only you can do it, Roz. Anyone on here we cannot see. Shaniqua, only you can do it. Anyone on Instagram we cannot see. All our replay viewers. This is your set time to shine. Yes, it is. Be the best that you can be. This is Jacqueline Turnbow, aka Jacqueline Deneen, your partner on purpose, encouraging you to always live on purpose. Live on purpose. Continue blessings. Enjoy the rest of National Small Business Development Day.